So, an interesting turn of events in the Chicago Blackhawks sex assault scandal. The NHL announced on free agent frenzy July 1st that is reinstating the three people that were suspended, the three executives suspended, for mishandling it. The trio is allowed to seek word immediately but can't sign contracts until July 10th. Now, these include former Chicago executive Stan Bowman, Al MacIsaac, and former coach Joel Quenneville. On Monday, the NHL reinstated the trio, who were previously banned from the league in 2021 for their roles in the mishandling again of the sex assault scandal. Now, this clears the way for the return to the league more than 2 years after a punished in the fallout from the incident. For more than the last 2.5 years, these individuals have been ineligible to work for any NHL team as a result of their inadequate response upon being informed in 2010 of the allegations that Chicago player Kyle Beach had been assaulted by the club's video coach. While it is clear that at the time their responses were unacceptable, each of these three individuals has acknowledged that and used this time away from the game to engage in activities which not only demonstrate sincere remorse for what happened, but also evidence greater awareness of the responsibilities that all NHL personnel have, particularly personnel who are in positions of leadership. Now, just to remind everybody, ladies and gentlemen, neither of the three have been criminally charged, but they were censored or banned by the league on the league's own initiative. Now, an investigation commissioned by Chicago concluded team officials mishandled allegations raised by Beach during the team's Stanley Cup run in 2010. Quenneville coached Chicago in the original six team to 3 cups since 2010 before joining the Panthers in 2019. He stepped down from the Panthers at the time the sexual assault scandal came to light. Bowman, Chicago's general manager and hockey operations president, left his job, as did top team executive MacIsaac. The fallout included the league fining Chicago $2 million. Now, Bowman, MacIsaac, and Quenneville can sign contracts with any NHL team after July 10th. The league said each has made significant strides in personal improvement by participating in myriad programs, many of which focus on the imperative of responding in effective and meaningful ways to address alleged acts of abuse. Now, the sex scandal itself, again, not to say it's been downplayed by the league. If anything, it's opened up more information towards what went on. Now, the situation, Beach's career, not say he was banned by the league, but it really limited his appreciation of what was going on. Now, Beach and the story with the CBC, I think it was around 2 years ago. Now, the situation now, originally for Vancouver, again, he accused his coach for sexually assaulting him. Nothing was proven in court, but the abuse allegedly took place 11 years ago when Beach was 20 years old. This was an article in the early 2020s. According to an independent investigation, senior leaders of the team knew about the issue at the time and ignored it because they wanted to focus on winning the cup that year, which they did. That was 2010. According to Beach, he spoke up publicly for the first time in an interview on TSN. It's been a big step for me, my process of recovery, he said. The best way to protect yourself is to be aware of things like this, according to Greg Gulhuli, author and lawyer. Now, Beach was chosen as the 11th overall NHL draft pick by Chicago in 2008, meaning he was seen as one of the best young players that year. In 2010, he was a black ace for Chicago, which meant he practiced with the team on a regular basis in case he needed a replacement player. It was an extremely special moment for me and for my family, and the next step for me pursuing my NHL dream that I dreamed about and worked my entire life. Unfortunately, a couple of weeks later, those memories were tainted, and my life was changed forever. Now, Beach said that in May of that year, Brad Aldrich, who was the team's video coach at the time, sexually assaulted him. Sexual assault can mean a lot of things, of course, but generally it's any kind of unwanted touching. Beach said he told a skills coach named Paul Vincent at the time, who tried to help him. According to TSN, Vincent brought the issue up to team officials, but ignored it. An investigation by an independent law firm released after the Beach investigation should Chicago's NHL team had failed to act on Beach's allegations. It also states that the team's president was aware of the allegations, but didn't want any negative publicity during the Cup Finals that year. Now, he never ended up playing a regular season game in the NHL. Now, he's played nationally, internationally for most of the last few years, mostly in the European leagues. Now, the Kyle Beach situation, just to recap what his career has been like, I don't think he's been on anybody's radar because he'd probably be too dangerous to sign him. He's a talented player. So just to recap as we go along, ladies and gentlemen, he came to the NHL from the Everett Silvertips and the Lethbridge Hurricanes at WHL. He played with Spokane in 2010, his last season at WHL. That was his draft year, of course. He played several years in the minors and eventually ended up in Red Bull Salzburg for a little while, in the ECHL as well, in the international leagues in Slovakia as well, and the German major leagues. So again, a tragedy all the way around. A very important, could have been an important player for Chicago were it not for the trauma he was put through. I wouldn't allow those Chicago executives back because I think lifetime bans would have been better, but I don't have a final call on that because you should be coaching the whole team. If something negative happens, don't let it be hid. So that's the latest on the Chicago Blackhawks sex scandal. This is an updated story. I think it did about a year ago, so it is what it is. So ladies and gentlemen, if you like what we're doing here with our NHL podcast, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share. Bye.